Good morning, everybody. I am so happy and glad to be back on. I thought I would post this morning just because, hmm, let's see. First off, I would like to send my condolences out to my family. Um, we just lost someone in the Gibson family yesterday, and I want to say I had it. I really didn't have a chance to get to know him the way that I wanted to, but I'm blessed because I had a chance to get to know him the way that we wanted to. We did have some time to spend together while he was here on Earth, so I thank God for that. Um, at this point in time, I'm so over death. At this point, young man, he was a veteran, so he served our country. Um, what more can I say about him? Rob, you will be missed. I love you. Thank you for coming into my life. He was very inspirational to me. Um, we lost his mom just a little short while ago, and we were all still healing from that. So I send my condolences to his sister. I believe they were the only two siblings. So they lost their mom, and now she lost her brother. So, she's definitely going to need family support to get through this. So, those who know my family continue to pray our strength in the Lord, and, we definitely will get over this. All right. So, this is what I want to talk about today. Um, if you're, no, why still be angry if you're the one who called all the shots? Why still be angry if you're the one who called all the shots? Okay? You have a choice in life. Anything that you do, anything that you say has consequences to it. I don't care what it is. All right? And you get a chance to call the shots in that situation. All right? There's a right way to do everything, and then there's a wrong way. You have to understand that. Um, Sometimes in life, we take the right way, and sometimes we take the wrong way. Okay? But everything happens for a reason. You have to believe that. That is the good God's honest truth. God intends for things to happen to either make you stronger or to make you weak. Okay? And I intend on getting stronger out of every life lesson. Okay? I don't want to be the weak person. I don't want to be the person that is still trying to figure things out when I know that he's put me on this path for a reason. Okay? Now, I tend to give a lot of examples about my own situation, and even with what I experience and what I am going through. All right? So, here it is. All right? Last year, okay, and it's been quite some time now. Me and my previous, okay, we went through a whole lot. But one of the things that uh, she didn't realize is she called all the shots. All right. Uh, she was the one who um, told me just because of an argument that we had, a little misagreement, that, she wanted out totally. Caught me by surprise. I said, "What? Okay." Um, and I tried to give it some healing time to figure things out, and it got worse. So it then showed me that there was something else more going on that the other person kept trying to hide. All right. Um, I tried to get over it. I tried to get over it, and it got worse. It got worse. You know, there were some cops being called. I am not a cop person. I don't like it. I was beat up by cops before. So once you get me into that type of situation, I know that the cheese smells a little funkier than what you're making it out to be. So it's time for me to go. All right. Now one would say that, oh, I didn't put you out. You left. You're absolutely right. I did leave. I left for all the right reasons. The reason why I left is because cops kept getting called on me, and um, I didn't want to deal with that situation anymore. Um, there was a deadline where I had to be out, and when you're with somebody, there's a right way to do things and there's a wrong way. First off, there's a family, there's kids, okay? There's assets, all of that stuff, that you have to deal with before you can just tell somebody to leave. All right. But because I left, there was a lot of name calling. There's still some name calling and everything. I'm saying that to say this. I allowed her to call the shots because I did not want to say that I had anything to do with the reasoning behind anything. I wanted to be on the side of right this time because I did nothing wrong besides have an argument with my significant other. That's it. People go through things. Things happen. I've stated so many times I was in a bad place because I was healing from so many surgeries. 4 at the time. This was I had just had my 4th surgery at the time. So I was still healing. I was still trying to do what I needed to do for myself mentally and to try to recover and balance out everything in your life. It was hard for me. It was very hard. So not having the support the way that I needed at the time, it just was not good. Now, did her situation make it right? No. Did mine make it right? No. But what ended up happening in the situation is there was things that was affected that now it's beyond both of our control to even try to deal with. Which brings me to my point, people. Okay? If you are the person that called all the shots in the situation, you can't be mad at nobody but yourself. That's the good God's honest truth. Be mad at yourself. This is what you caused. All right? This is what you wanted. Especially if the other person is saying, okay, I'm going to go and I'm going to try to deal with it the best way I possibly can. Okay? For me, I was homeless. Straight up. All right? I was homeless. I lived out in my car. All right? Even now, yes, I always had options to come back home. That option has always been there. But even now, there's things that I'm limited to, like a bed. All right? Let's keep it real. I literally sleep on a floor, and it's not by choice. I bought myself a very expensive bed to heal up in when I have to have these surgeries. And right now, I don't have that. So how do you think I feel? I deal with it. I deal with it. These are facts. I've never stated lies on anyone on here. These are facts. But I deal with it. Only the people in my inner circle really know exactly what's going on. I really don't say much about it because it's not worth it. But if you're the person out there that called all the shots in the situation, then you can't be mad at no one but yourself. The other person gave you that ticket. All right? Now, what you decide to do with it is up to you. You've had a chance, or you still have a chance to make it right. You still have a chance to make it right. As long as you're breathing and you have air in your lungs, All you have to do is think about what the situation was about. Think about how you can make it right and make it right. Start off by saying, I'm sorry for what I did. You know, when you can't admit, and I think I said this in one of my other videos, when you can't admit your wrongs, you become a narcissist. A narcissist is a person that believes that they're always right. The person that they're with is always wrong. They like to be very controlling. They like to control the flow of everything that goes on. And they will play out illusions in their mind to make the other person feel bad all the time because they know that they're wrong. That is a straight up narcissist. Okay? Look it up if you don't believe me. All right? And everybody has been a narcissist at some point in their life. Let's keep it real. No one is innocent on that note. We've all done it because we wanted to make our point so much that we don't really believe that our stuff don't stink. But it does. Everybody goes through it. I always say it's not about what you go through, it's about how you go through it. You have decisions that you have to make at the end of the day, but it's what you do and how you're going to make those decisions that will determine your outcome. That's it. You're older, you're wiser, you've been through a lot at this point in time. I know I have. At the age of 36, I've been through a whole lot, and I continue to go through. So I know exactly how to handle certain situations. What don't kill you will make you stronger. And life is too short for the shenanigans. It really is. If you're the person that has hurt, that has done wrong, that has said some things, that has done everything that you know you could have done a little bit better in that relationship, own up to it. Just own up to it. Go to the other person and say, I'm sorry. That's it. We can start off there. We can start off with the apology. All right? Several times, I think, on here and even on Facebook, I have said I'm sorry. And I don't even know what I did at this point in time. That's how bad it is. Like, I'm just like, I don't even know what I'm apologizing for, but I wanted the other person to know that if I've done anything wrong, I'm sorry. That's it. Because I don't want to hang that over my head. Don't y'all know that y'all are blocking your blessing when you do that? It's in the Bible. I've pulled scriptures because I was going to do a sermon on forgiveness. You're blocking it. You're hindering everything that God wants to give you because you're sitting there holding on to the things that someone else has done to you instead of forgiving that person. You have to first forgive them, and then you got to forget. Now, for others, it may be right away. For me, I'm starting to learn the process of forgetting because that was something that I had a very difficult time with. And I did not know that that was a part of the forgiveness process. You have to not only forgive, but you have to forget too. And it could either be a good thing in your life or it could be a bad thing. And then after you do that, then you try to figure out how we're going to get out of this mess. Put your heads together, talk. You have to communicate. You can't just cut the other person off. If you're the one who called the shots, you can't just say, move on. Especially if it was years. It takes time for anybody to just get themselves together after all of that. For me, it was a little bit different for me. I self-healed. And it helped a whole lot. So it allowed me to see that, Kenton don't want this in his life anymore. I'm not going to go through this anymore. I've been through it. I just decided that This time, I'm going to do something for me. That's what I had to say to myself. And I really had to believe it. I'm doing this for me this time. And then after I do it for me, I desire God to send me a wife. That's it. So once I decided that I was going to self-heal and do what I needed to do, I'm like, Lord, I don't want to be alone. I don't desire to be by myself. I want a wife. That's it. You got to take that time for yourself first. Because the way it was told to me is the previous needed some time for self. I did not know that at the time it was already a third party added. I had no idea. I had suspicion, but I had no idea. So that's why I said, all right, I'll go and try to give it space, give it time, only to find out things that I found out. And I was just like, I'm good. I'm okay. I've never been the type to chase anyone, and I'm not going to. That's never been me. I don't care how long we've been together. I don't care if we're married. That does not matter to me. I'm not going to chase you. Especially if I married you. You are somebody if I took your hand in marriage. Know that much. You get that opportunity, then I'm saying that you deserve to have more in life, and we deserve to be happy together. That's all. So if I've already given you that opportunity and you throw it away, best believe me, I'm not chasing after you. It's not going to happen. All right? That's it. But if you are that person and you did it, then it's time for you to really sit down, do some thinking, some soul searching, and say, what did I do? How can I make this better? Especially if you got kids, if you had a family. See, family is the thing here. You can have an extended family. You can have a blended family. It can work out that way, but it's the way that you have to do it. Lying, being sneaky, being deceitful is not going to help the situation. It makes the other person very uncomfortable. Seriously. And then for my situation to know that there was a third party already added, I'm like, ooh, I don't know if I want that. You understand what I'm saying? So you gotta watch out. You have to watch out on how you do things. For me, I could have went crazy, and people say that all the time. I'm surprised you didn't go crazy. I could have hurt someone because of where I was at. Like, anything could have happened. I think sometimes people know who to do it to and who not to do it to. That's just it. I tell people all the time, I'm a nice person, but don't let the face fool you. Okay? If you take me there, I'll go there. And I'm just being honest. I'm still under construction. God is still dealing with me. And because he's still dealing with me right now, he has me. Because where I once was and what happened to me last year, it could have really taken me to a dark place. It really could have. But I thank God. I healed first. Take that time and heal. Y'all not doing that. Y'all are adding on other people. You adding on more stress. You adding on more problems, and then you still got to deal with the other person. Then you still got to deal with the aftermath. Man, do you know how much stress that is? You are hurting yourself. You're killing yourself. That's stress on top of stress. Take that time for you. If you don't, and you're adding on more things, people say, oh, I'm moving on. How are you moving on? What are the steps that you are taking to move on? Because first you really got to concentrate on you. And that's without everything. I don't care if you like this. I don't care if you like that. You used to, let's be straight up. We're all adults getting down with that person and all that. You have to cut it all out. Because another thing you got to remember is being with someone and allowing yourself to get intimate with that person. That's everything that they got going on, everything that their spirits and all that. It's entering inside of you once you do that. So now you got to deal with their issues and you're dealing with yours on top of everything that you got going on. Dealing with the aftermath and all of that. That's what happens when you don't self-heal. That's what happens. I tell people also that a person sometimes don't want you until they see that someone else has you, especially if it's someone from the past. All right? They keep coming back because they see you happy. They see that somebody really took interest in you, so I'm missing out on something here. It's up to you to decide your self-worth. If I've already been with you, progression is forward for me. It's never backwards. I've rarely ever went back to any of my exes, and that's real. I'm telling y'all straight up. It's never really happened with me because it's like, hey, look, something turned me off from you. I don't think I want to relive that. I've always been that type of person. I would rather deal with something new than to continue to keep going back to something old. That's me. But people are different. This is why I say, for my folk, all right, my viewers, my followers, everything, if you're following me and you are one of those people who did the wrong in the situation, you called the shots. If you called the shots, go to that other person and it's time to apologize. I don't care what you called the shots on. If you put them out, if you said some things to them, if they didn't have control in the situation at all, they weren't able to say anything, then you need to apologize. You need to say, I'm sorry. That wasn't the way to do it. But I forgive you. I hope you will forgive me. That's how you start the process of moving on. You cannot move on until you make the first step. You're going through what you're going through because you're being stubborn. God is not allowing you to move on to the next section, chapter, book because you're still bonded to that person. You know how? Because they continue to have control over your life. You still get mad. Your skin crawls. You know what I mean? You always have something negative to say. You never really realize anything that you did wrong. It's always that person. You know why? Because they still have some type of control in the situation and over your life. That leads me to believe you still care about the person. There is still something there. Only you know what is there. Only you know how far you want to go with the person. I am not there anymore. Totally. I dismiss it now. That's me. Because I self-healed. So now it goes over my head. I don't allow nobody to have the control anymore. I remember when I used to just stay on the phone, continue to call back, argument after argument, you know what I mean? And then something happened about a month ago to where I was just like, you know what? that communication is not going to work. So, email, text message has to work for me. Whether you respond or not, there's nothing I can do about it. That's just it, you know. And when I tell you that there was a lot taken away from me, there was a lot taken away from me. But self healing is what got me to where I am right now. I had to look and analyze the whole situation and tell myself that this is something that I need to do for myself so that when that situation happens again, I'll be the strong one. I'll be able to get through it a little bit better than I did the first time. And that's what's happening. I'm winning. I'm still standing. And it's probably like, oh, wow, how is he still doing that? Because I'm stronger. And every day I get stronger. So I thank the person for doing it to me. Because first off, it allowed me to see them for who they really were. And then I forgave them so many times. You have to do that. And even the other person on the other end, forgive them, and you allow yourself to heal as well. Don't dwell on it. Okay? You have to forgive them too. Especially if they're being man and woman enough to step up to say, I'm sorry. Forgive them. You can't do all that self-healing and take these videos and look at them and say, oh, Kenton said this in his video and everything. You're doing all of this, and what are you doing it for if you're not allowing yourself to let it work in your life? You have to now put it into action. It's one thing to tell yourself that I'm going to go through all of this and really try to make it stick. It's another thing to actually make it stick. Tell yourself that you're a good person and believe that. Stop allowing the other person to control what you do and what you say in life. That's it. And if you're the person who has done everything in the situation, you called the shots, you told that person to get out, you told that person that you didn't want to have nothing to do with them, you talked down on that person, you looked down on them, whatever you did, be man or woman enough to go to them and say, I did it the wrong way, and I am totally sorry. That's a part of healing. It is. Ha! Woosah. Now that I've gotten that out of the way. I get surgery on Monday, y'all. Please continue to keep me in prayer. I know that this will be my last one. The good thing about it is, guess what? Some of my back healed up, and I'm thankful for that. The areas where they did do the repairs, the disc and everything that they fused, they are healed. So they finally can take out the hardware out of my back, and I thank God for that. There is an area that needs some attention, which is called a laminectomy. That's where they shave some of your bone down, and they're going to do that as well. So I am thankful that throughout everything that I was going through, I was able to heal up a lot better. Okay. I'm still going to have to do some treatments over the next 10 years. And it's okay. I've had some expert reports that was given by the doctor, and, some care that I have to take care of for the next 10 years. But it's okay. It's all a part of the process of life. And I'm believing in telling myself and trusting God, saying, Lord, this will be the last surgery for me. Okay. Um, Recovery can be a bit tricky. That's where you need so much support. I am definitely going to try to post while I go through this. Um, Between now and Monday, I will try to keep you guys in a loop as much as I possibly can. Can't take you with me in the OR room or anything like that, but I will try to keep you guys posted for as much as I possibly can throughout this whole situation. Please continue to pray for me. Continue to pray for my family. Um, like I said, we've had death, and we're dealing with it. So that, yeah. And as y'all can see, my beard, I kind of got it shaped a little bit better. I hope y'all like it, because I think I'm going to keep it like this for a while. The wild look was kind of getting crazy. So I said, I'll try something different. I'm going to keep the bottom like that and just do something different with my sides. And I even got my mohawk back. So it's working a little bit for me. All right, y'all. So just continue to keep praying for me. I'll be missing y'all because I don't post live. Now they're saying I have to do that through the laptop or something like that. And I just been a little bit lazy. So I will try to continue to post these videos the best way possible. Even if I got to keep pre-recording, go back, look at them. It's me, and y'all love it. I get so many phone calls and everything. And I'll be missing y'all too. All right. So throw those comments up there. Show me some support. I love y'all. I will definitely be posting again before, after surgery, everything. All right. Peace.